So I'm Matt Pavesich. I'm an associate teaching professor of English, and I teach in the writing program too. The class that I taught this semester was just one of our general education first-year writing classes. It's WRIT 015, but I called this class WRIT 015 Escape Room Edition. Essentially, librarians and staff members at Lauinger Library were clients for teams of students who were working on writing projects for the librarian.
I think we had 5 groups, and we all had to build an escape room, and the purpose was to incorporate library tools.
Escape rooms, as you may know, are like a model of sort of multiplayer game that have popped up recently. They're often themed in various ways.
But the escape room I designed with my team is Stranger Things themed.
Ours was Jack the Bulldog was stolen by Syracuse, and we kind of set up the escape room to get Jack back before halftime of the game.
They have a series of puzzles they have to solve based on clues that are sort of spread around the room. And to win is just to get to the final puzzle, get the last clue, and escape.
This is the ransom note. This is the first thing you'll see when you get to the escape room. And then you'll find these hidden, and you can see from the 4 sides that match like how you should hold it. And since it, like you'll figure out that you're supposed to use the orange one, and when you hold it up, the word basketball is showing, and then you type that into the typewriter.
We have a bunch of folders with news articles inside them, and the articles are either fake news or a reliable source. Reliable sources we obtained were from the special collections on Lau 5.
This is something that's gonna pop out, and this is Jack's walking route, and so then you're gonna have to trace that on here. And then once it's traced correctly, it's going to be connected through all of these wires to this, and out of here will pop a bunch of citations that you need. We have a bunch of other different props that aren't on this table, but we only have such a big table.
The idea was that if we had escape rooms that were both like sort of a gamified, but also like a more sort of embodied experiential learning setup for students, they could actually like learn research skills, they could internalize them more, and it might actually transfer to their later needs once they move out of that sort of orientation experience.
So we actually had 2 rounds of user testing. In our first user testing, when the players would like get to the next step or solve the puzzle, it was like so satisfying because we were just hoping that it would work and that they would get it, and we were like, yes, we were cheering them on.
I don't know that I've ever heard students talk about audience in such real ways as they did in this class, because we did a bunch of user testing. They would set up the prototypes of their designs. Other first-year students, staff members, faculty members would come in, and they tried to play the games, and then students would go back to the drawing board and they would try and like tweak their designs based on what they had found. And what that meant was that students were saying, I would hear students saying things like, oh, because we changed this word, the people did this instead of this. And that's like what a deeply impactful sort of experience when it comes to writing and really understanding the impact of writing.
I think that the biggest thing though is like starting from nothing and ending with something like this is just a really great feeling, and it's super cool to see like how pieces can really come together.